What did we get here? This feels nice. You gotta be kidding me. Well, believe it or not, I'm out here at the bridge again to drown some crabs. Caught a good bit of mud crabs the other day and got a nice break in the weather today that I'm gonna try to do some fishing. It's been a while since I've come out here and fished the bridge, so I'm curious to see what's going on. If it's still just a similar small class of sheepshead with some nice ones mixed in, or maybe there could be more tog today, maybe there could be more black drum, there could be red drum. I feel like at some point I should see a mixture of species here once everything really gets into winter mode, but maybe that's not how it is. I don't know. Learning it all as I go down here. And I know there's some gigantic black drum living here. I haven't connected with one yet, but I wouldn't mind doing so. So maybe we'll find one of them today too. Got my bucket of mud crabs here. A little different setup today. If you've seen my Chesapeake Bay videos, I think that's when I fished with this last for sheepshead. I could be wrong on that, but Penn Authority 3500. I have 20-pound braid on that. I need to put a little more on that, but it's winter time, so you're not really catching much this time of year that's gonna take you down to where your spool gets small. 1 ounce jawbreaker jig, 30-pound fluorocarbon leader, and this is a Carnage 3. I believe this is a medium light, but it's the inshore. I'll link it in the description below. It's rated for 15 to 40-pound braid. It's a really nice sheepshead setup. Good bit of backbone here, but it still has a sensitive tip, so you can feel those bites. Reach in here and try to find an optimal sized crab. Ooh, these ones are really muddy. I tried to wipe them off, but I think when it's cold, that silt stays a little more compacted. So I'm gonna be getting some muddy fingers today. All right, gonna go for the first drop. First drop should be pretty telling on what we're gonna be working with today. I'm hoping that there's still plenty of fish around. All right, we're gonna keep moving. Not a whole lot going on here, but did get one definite crab eater bite, so that's encouraging. Trying to find my way to the bottom here. Dang, small. Feels like a pretty good fish. Oh yeah, nice one. I think he's hooked well. He's not hooked that well. Not hooked all that well. All right, on the board. Yeah, that's a nice one. Wanted one for dinner tonight, and we will take him for sure. He's probably, I would say that's going to be a 16-inch fish at least. Check him real quick. Anybody who's curious, just going to put him. As you can tell, I've caught a few sheepshead. I'm pretty good at eyeballing them, but yeah, good one. It's interesting putting a fish in the cooler on the Outback. I'm used to being able to jump around in that pro angler, but as long as it's not windy, it's not too big of a deal. We gotta flip him in there. I don't know if he's gonna freak out or not. It's pretty cold. Well, he hasn't freaked out yet. And we got the cooler closed, so I'm in good shape. There's a bite, but I'm in a bad spot. Yep. On it again. Where he was. Might have got my crab already. Nope, there he is. So, pulled him off. Not a great big one, but he was okay. wind is destroying me right now. I am having a very tough time. The way the wind and the tide are right now just is making it to where I cannot stay in position. Because the current right now is actually coming like this under the bridge, and the wind is going this way. So the current is like this, wind is like this, so it's able to really just flip me around. Normally, if the current is traveling left to right, which is what it normally does, it will once the tide picks up a little more. Right now it's being kind of funky, but normally there's enough tide that even if there is some wind, my rudder just kind of holds me in place when that tide's running really hard. But right now it's not running hard enough to really keep me in place, but things should change soon. I gotta see if what's down there taking my crabs is puffer fish, and I forgot my puffer fish stuff, so I'm really just trying to see whether or not that's what it is taking on my bait. What did we get here? What did we get here? This feels nice. What the heck did I get? Oh, no freaking way. You gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Well, jeez. Can't avoid them. Can't get away from it. Almost an 18-incher there. Bye, buddy. Well, catching that fish is pretty frustrating because they're out of season all the time. But it does kind of have me wondering if there's some more around. He's not very big, but I'm gonna keep him. That one is, he's 14 inches. We're gonna keep him. It's pretty tough today. I think the one I got earlier is enough for dinner, but I'm not entirely sure. No good, no good. Couldn't even tell he had it. Well, that one's larger than the other one, but nothing good going on right now. So the bite finally started to pick up for me, and on this bite I did not have my chest camera running, so you're just kind of looking over my shoulder from behind me and you can't really tell what's going on, but I hook a nice fish. I get him up to the boat. Obviously he's over there on the other side of the boat where you can't see him since I didn't have the other camera on, but it was my best fish of the day. See, I grab the net there, scoop him up, and then you will catch up with me on the chest cam once I do actually turn it on. A lot of work to get him right now. I got that. Put him in the net. Get him bled. Oh, I had him. Darn. Nice one. Got him hooked well too. I mean, he's not. He's nice for today because I haven't been catching many today. Probably gonna take that one too. He's probably 14 inches or so, fairly small. Oh, he's 15 and a half. So I've got one in there that's even smaller than him. Keep this one. Normally I don't keep many sheepshead just because I feel like I can get a fresh one whenever I want a fresh one, but I don't know, the bite has definitely changed. I've been having to work a lot harder for them today, and I don't know how that's going to change later this winter. And I do enjoy eating sheepshead, so I'm gonna take a few today. There'll be some people, all you commenters, that ask me why I throw back any edible fish in every video. I hope you're happy that I'm killing them all on this outing. Ice is all on the bottom, but I don't really have the luxury of being able to turn around as easily in this kayak, and it feels safer just to grab my cooler every time. Although that's probably the last time I'm going to be able to do it. I don't even know what I was saying. I got distracted when I dropped my net. I think what I was saying is that all the fish was on the bottom in that, all the ice was on the bottom in that cooler, and I need to move it around at some point to get it on top of those fish, but they're pretty cold to begin with. I'll just have to move it around at the end. It's a lot harder to move around and do things in this kayak. It's a little less stable than the Pro Angler, so I don't have quite the flexibility that I do in the other one, but making it work, and it is a lot easier to unload and load from the truck, so it's a give and take. But yeah, gonna see if we can get another one. Guess who forgot to turn his camera on for fish of the day? Yeah, I didn't have either camera running on that one. That's a dang good one too. Probably close to 20 inches. Measure him real quick. He is, he's not that big. He's 18 and a half. It's a pretty one. Yeah, I just caught him right there. Didn't have either camera running, just forgot to do it. But that was a lot of work. Readjusted and put the hot fish on top, or the hot fish on the bottom, cold fish on top. Running low on bait. Crazy how many I went through earlier, and now I'm catching some fish. That's a nice one. Don't know how nice. He had me around the bridge though. Oh, that's a nice one. Alright, alright. They fight weird in this cold water. Got him. Yeah, it's another good one. Turn the day around late. Just had to stick with it. It's a good one. Heck yeah. Love that. Yeah, he definitely had me around the bridge. Guess he didn't get me too bad on it. Leader feels okay. Could have had me on the braid. Who knows? That one's gonna be, yeah, it's another, I mean, see his nose is touching right there, and he's 18 and a half, so he's not as fat as that last one I got, but he is a little longer. At this point, I'm just committed to having to fillet some fish. Yeah, I don't really have room for this fish in my cooler. I mean, I will once I move some ice around and whatnot, but right now I don't really have room. I've only got like a couple more baits left, so I'm just gonna see if I can maybe get one or two more fish, but I'm happy with how my day has played out. All right, he's not going anywhere. See this extra special technique? Took the fish grip around the bungee, got him right there, and I'm just gonna fish for a few more minutes. Then I'm gonna head in and I'll get some salt water mixed in with my ice and flush all these fish and get them super cold. Well, out of bait. That's gonna do it. Well, that's gonna do it. I think I caught, maybe I caught 9 today. I'm not entirely sure. I was pretty disappointed with how things were going at the beginning, but fish started to bite for me later on. Wind made things pretty challenging, but I did my best and was able to scratch out a few fish. Probably could have fished a little more effectively if the wind wasn't at such a challenging angle with how the tide was today. But yeah, the fish ended up cooperating for me. I mean, it's, you know, middle of winter, so I can't complain being able to catch some tasty fish close to home. I hope you enjoyed it. I gotta get back home and cut some fish now, which is something I don't normally have to do a lot of, but I kept a few of them today. Yeah, I got a few fish for my freezer this winter. Hopefully I'll just be able to keep catching them this winter, but I don't know, the way things started out made me want to take a few of them, and had I known it was going to be so good, I may have not kept that many, but once I got started, I was committed at that point. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Good little outing, nice winter day. These are rare days in the winter when the winds are light and the temperatures are bearable. Until the next one, hope you enjoyed it. Got all my equipment linked down in the description. You can check out those Sheepshead jigs. Pretty much every Sheepshead video you see from me for the last, I don't know, for a good chunk of time. Those are the only jigs I've really been using. Been very impressed with them. The paint holds up really well and the hooks are great. Check them out. Oh, it was cool, man. I mean, it didn't take long, you know. We went out, set out, and we hooked him in, you know, probably fished for 25 minutes, and we hooked him, fought him for an hour and a half, and stuck a harpoon in him, and that was that. Well, I just put the kayak in, and I am headed to try some new ground today. Kind of getting tired of fishing the same old bridge stuff over and over, so I'm gonna check some different stuff out. I'm hoping to get kind of a mixed bag today. There should be some trout around, maybe some redfish. Thinking black drum and sheepshead are definitely on the table, and I'm hoping to get some tog. We'll see if they live where I'm going or not. This is a spot that I've just scouted because it looks good and it's in a good area, and I'm gonna go experiment, and if not, I'll be able to fall back on some other stuff that I've fished before. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully the boat traffic's not too bad. This is on the intracoastal waterway, so I guess right now a lot of boats are headed south towards warmer climates, and I'm seeing a lot of big boats moving through, so hopefully it won't be too bad on us. Tide is still pulling pretty hard, and I'm kind of waiting for the tide switch to try to fish with the crabs. That's kind of my main plan today, is just to soak some mud crabs. But in the meantime, I'm probably gonna cast a little jerk shad around and see if we can come up with something. It's pretty shallow here, only 11 feet, but we're gonna give it a try. Just gonna kind of drift along this wall. Whoa, there's some marks. I don't know what those are. Those might be trout. I think I just had a bite. That was one. All right, first bite. There it goes. Are these pufferfish? Nope, that's what Steve said. Just not a big one. Well, that's cool. Get him unhooked. First one. Okay, definitely getting some bites here. So far they don't feel very big, but hopeful to stumble across some better size. There we go. Guess they're small ones. Yeah, these must be really small sheepshead. Let's put a big crab on here. Ooh, decent bite. Decent bite. I don't know what these are. There's one. That's a big one. No, he's not. It's a small one. Got a small one here, but it's another one. Get another crab on there. All right, it's a lot deeper over here, so hopefully we can find something a little bigger over here. I'm kind of thinking the sheepshead are going to run on the smaller side, but might find a black drum that could be really big. I bet we're gonna get a bite as soon as it hits the bottom here. I probably need to upsize my jig a little bit. Yeah, already got a bite. Hung up now. Okay, got it out. There's a lot of life here. Decent one, I think. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, not a bad one there. A little more size to that one. I switched from my normal sheepshead rod to that spinning rod because generally speaking, these fish around here have been running on the smaller side. This one here isn't a bad one at all. I'm not going to measure him, but I would say he's probably 17 inches, that one. That's a nice fish. I could keep that one for dinner, but because I think I'm going to keep one fish today for dinner. I'm going to cook fresh tonight, but I can't decide. Well, I'd like to have a tog, but if we don't end up with a tog, I will probably be able to get one of those. So yeah, all I'm doing is taking mud crab here. Caught these yesterday, and taking that jig. I usually pop one claw off and then thread that jig through the hole. I think this is a 1/2 ounce jig made by my buddy Travis. I'll link his jigs down in the description, but they're really good. The hooks on them are pretty incredible. I haven't really had any issues out of them, and a lot of the jigs you buy that are, you know, that you would just find at a normal retail location, a lot of them I have issues with them. Small ones over here. Real small. Small ones. That's gonna be the last one for right here. I gotta make some adjustments, find some better quality. So I was fishing up there against the wall in 11 or 12 feet of water, and I was only getting small bites. So I needed to make an adjustment, and really all I did was slide out a few feet, and the water dropped off a little deeper, and I was marking kind of some crumbly rock down on there on the bottom, and I could see some fish mixed in with it. Might not be fishable. Whoa, there's a bite. Oh, felt like a decent bite there. Oh, that was a nice one. Awesome. Marking some again, and had a bite. Feels small again though. Yep, small one. Not that small, but not a big one. He's a lot bigger than the ones I was getting up against the wall. Yeah, that one would be big enough to keep also. I don't know, probably put him back though. It's a pretty one, probably close to 15 inches. See if we can get on one here. All right, I got him again. Oh yeah, nice fish. Nice fish. He's not that nice, but he feels nice on this small spinning rod. Man, he was just pulling. He's small, and that last one I got. Still not a bad one though. It's probably 14 inches. Fish up here where I had that nice bite. Big one. We did get one. He's a little better than those tiny ones we were getting over there. He's probably a 14 incher. There's a lot of fish here. I might not have enough bait. Rigged up a little spoon. I don't know what's out here. I'm marking something. I have something. Okay. Getting a little fight out of it. Are these? It's a biomass of pigfish. Wow, that's a lot of pigfish. That's an insane number of pigfish. Damn. This might not be. Oh, but it is. Oh no, this might be a bluefish. What is this? Yeah, a little bluefish. Wow, he's had a run in with something too, dang. Looks like he had a run in with another bluefish actually. Nice little bite mark there on him. Wow, just a bunch of pigfish. That's pretty wild. Sea bass, so it's definitely structure. I'm just not marking anything that interesting. Doesn't really look like there's big fish here. But I don't know, maybe I need to experiment a little bit. Okay. A little more size here. Potentially just foul hooked. What is this? Just a bluefish? Ah, that's our gray trout. I knew he was here. Pretty cool. Not a bad trout either. People got real upset with me in my last video for releasing them, so I apologize, but I don't really want to eat a gray trout or a speckled trout. Another decent fish. Can't tell what it is. Feels foul hooked. But he's very foul hooked. Let's see if we get another. And the wind is making it impossible to fish for me because the wind is going against the tide. That's gonna be another one. Maybe a little better one here. Not a better one, but ooh, he's bleeding. He might. I got a fish. I think. Yep. Small sheepshead. Small guy. Wow. He was hooked well. I can look over the side of my kayak and see the sheepshead down there. And I'm in 17 feet of water. Man, these things are small. But I'm having so much fun looking down in the water and seeing these fish that it's hard for me to stop. Wow, I am really hooking these things very well. I can just see them swimming around down there. I'm gonna try to take this camera. I'm gonna put that camera down in the water and point it towards my crab and see if you can watch these fish bite this bait. It's pretty dang cool. They're not big, but it's cool. So I'm gonna take this camera and put it down in the water and see if you can watch these fish come up and eat the bait. Got that one on video. Let's go see if there's anything out on these. Whoa. That one. They weren't on the deep one, but they were on the shallow one. There was another one swimming up to check the kayak out. It's not a bad one. Not a good one. They're just swimming up to look at me right now. Wow, they got me that quick. Not a terrible one there. We're not getting any big ones, but man, this is fun and easy fishing right now, and it's beautiful out. I'll probably take this one for dinner. It's funny, that second fish I caught today kind of made me cocky. I was like, oh, I'll get a big one. I'll get a decent dinner fish. I think this one will probably do it if I go heavy on my sides. Just got put in, and it is a really pretty day out. I'm gonna go out and do some bridge fishing. Gonna drop some crabs. I have a bunch of mud crabs, and we're gonna see. I know that the usual suspects are gonna be around, but we're getting towards that time of year. The waters are starting to get colder, and you get a chance at some fish that you normally don't catch fishing throughout the summer. I'm really looking forward to today. I'm gonna make my way over to where I'm gonna fish, and we're gonna see what's going on today. Just getting out here tied up some 30-pound fluorocarbon leader. This is a pretty beat up jawbreaker that I have. It's a heavy one. I think this is maybe an ounce. Water's pretty deep here, so using that heavier one just to get down there quickly. Typically these fish are pretty cooperative, especially in the colder water. I've found that the lighter jigs don't matter as much because the fish bite better. Start off with a medium-sized mud crab here. I would call this medium as far as mud crabs go. I try to get them threaded on there without breaking the shell too much, because you can get cleaned out a lot quicker that way. But yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like right there. He's in it. He's in the structure. Dang it. Come out of there. I don't think he's very big. Nope. Oh, he's gonna come off too. We'll try to flip him in. Yep, we got him. About a 13, 14 incher, somewhere in there. Hooked him underneath the bottom lip. Small guy. Got some other marks out here. I don't know what they are, so I'm gonna drop a little jigging spoon. See if I can figure out what these critters are. I got a pretty nice fish on right here. I don't know what I got. Oh, it's spinning. Oh, wow. That's when you know they're thick. Wow. That's a first. Feels better. Oh yeah, that's a good fish. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, nice one. Oh, he's hooked really well. I was gonna get him regardless. Woo-hoo. Get in there, bub. Ah, nice to catch a decent one with how many small fish are around right now. The small fish are really bad. I can see them swimming around the kayak. I mean, there's just little sheepshead everywhere. So I'm glad I got a good bite. That's pretty cool. There he is. I'm trying to get a quick measurement on him before he goes berserk. Probably not gonna happen. He's probably gonna lose his mind. Just whatever you do, buddy, please don't hurt me. That one's gonna be, yep, a little over 20 inches. It's a nice fish. I think we're gonna put him back though. I don't really plan on keeping a sheepshead today. Had one for dinner last night. I don't need any more right now. Get him on there. Yeah, I didn't crack the shell too bad. He's ready to go down. But I know that this tide is definitely gonna suck my bait into a zone that's not gonna be good for me landing fish. So I'm gonna try to back up so I can land this thing where it ought to be. Try dropping it right there. Hopefully that'll get it to where it should be. I already got a fish biting. Yeah, that's the problem out here, is there's so many small ones. Can't even get a bait to the bottom where I feel like I have a good shot at a tog or a black drum. So I'm not even trying to fish suspended. So the bite on the bottom is kind of slow right now and the tide's pretty much slack. So what I'm gonna do, I've got a lightweight jig on this rod, and I'm gonna just take crabs and kind of let them fall down slowly. And there's so many fish suspended throughout the water column, I think, judging from the fact that I'm catching them on the bottom and seeing them on the surface, that there should be some fish strung out throughout the water column that will grab this thing on the way down. I want to see if there's any bigger fish suspended right now. Man, these are some small fish. That one's not. I shouldn't tell. No, he's not that bad. Not that bad, actually. It's bigger than the first one I caught. Not a bad fish there. Probably 16. So I am catching some fish, but you'll notice how drastically the location is changing in each clip when I'm catching a fish. I was moving around a little bit. It was pretty tough. Things did start to pick up for me later on in the second half of the video, though. Felt small. Pretty sure that was a bite. Nice one. Oh yeah. How's he hooked? He is hooked well. That one pulled. There we go. Kind of an unusual technique to get that one. Something that my brother figured out last time. We kind of drift it alongside the columns It's a weird way to do it, but it's pretty effective. And the bite's really slow right now, and I picked one off doing that. That's pretty neat. So I'll try to walk you through this. It might work out again. I got this 3/4 ounce jig. I'm gonna put that crab on there. I think it's a 3/4 ounce. I'm pretty certain that's what size that one is. But yeah, I've got that crab on there. I would say that's an above average sized mud crab. And I'm gonna take him up here. And really, last time I just casted it right up there to the top. And now I gotta stop the kayak and let him fall down. He might have got swept out too far. It's really interesting trying to fish in this eddy, but anyway, so now he's getting swept across the bottom, and I'm tight with it. Just letting it kind of drift. Sometimes you gotta give the rod tip a snap to free it up. I'm just gonna keep on letting it drift for a little ways. I think I kind of missed my mark this time. Yeah, we'll try that again. This time I'm gonna pitch it closer to the column and a little further back where the current is less, because it's the strongest, the furthest up, obviously. So if you throw further back, lets that bait stay in there and not get swept out away from the bridge as badly. Alright, so we're on bottom there. I think I'm getting a bite too. Yeah, feels like a sheepshead bite too. Not as big. Got him. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, it came off. Found a little cluster. Nice. Well, that's how you get the bite. I didn't say they'd stay hooked. Baited back up. Pitch in there again. That should do it. Alright, we're on bottom. I don't know, it feels kind of far out this time. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna do it. Try this one more time. There we go. That ought to do it. Yep, getting a bite again. Oh, took my bait. Try a small crab this time, because so far the bites I'm getting seem to be quality fish. Sometimes you'll have a better hookup ratio on a smaller bait, but if there's a mixed size class around, you get little bites really bad on a small crab. Yep, good bite. Losing them. Gonna try sending the dropper down. I was not really getting many bites on it earlier, but the tide has picked up enough now that it's pretty hard to fish that jig. And I don't know if using that jig in this situation right here allows the current to sweep the bait to a place where it belongs, where the fish are waiting on it, and then, you know, the heavy lead weight just drops and lands wherever it ends up because it's so heavy. And that's, I don't know if I'm not going to get any bites because of that, but I'm curious to see if I'm able to access these fish in a more efficient way than with that jig kind of drifting it. There's a bite. Small one, but it is one. 12-incher. That's a pretty good one there. Ooh, it's getting hard to catch these things. Better than that hound. Okay, well, that one's a little better. Oh, man. You know what? I think I am going to take one fish today. And this one here will be my one, because he is a very nice size to eat. That fish is right at 17 inches. I'm not sure if you can see that, but pretty much 17. Very good size for eating. Will not have to go heavy on the sides with him as a meal for myself. That we can do right here. I guess I'll try pitching one on just the backside, but I don't think it's gonna go well. There's a bite. That's a good bite. Can't tell how nice he is. That's a pretty good one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Things are coming around. See how he's hooked? Not well at all. Got him. All right, we got a video now. The viewer will be getting a video out of this one. Yeah, that one was not hooked well at all, but it is a pretty nice fish. I'm pleasantly surprised by the average size, because when I started out today, things were not looking good. All right, I'm just gonna let go of him, and as soon as he opens his mouth, oh, okay, there we go. I don't like holding them by their eyeballs, but yeah, there we go. That's a pretty good one. Probably, he's almost as big as that last one I got. Nice fish. Try the next one. One more. Yeah. Did not set my drag back after that last fish. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the heck do we have here? I think it's just a really angry one. I don't even think he's that big. He's nice, but he was just really, really mad. Yeah, that's a good one to end it on. It's a good average size right now. That's nice. I mean, that's another 17. That might even be an 18-inch fish. Real nice one. 3.5 pounds probably. Yeah, that's cool. That's encouraging too. I was kind of concerned that I had a bunch of small fish around. Not the case at all. I've been out of town for over a month between duck hunting and a bass tournament I had to fish. We're rolling back up to see if there's still a few fish on the bridge for us to play with. We'll see how it goes. I see the wad. They're here. I'm reaching down there to cut the forward sonar off. I've found a cluster of fish, cheated a little bit using it to find them, but it was a pretty big school, so I knew I didn't really need it, and it's a lot more fun to catch them without watching them come up and eat the bait. Okay. Found a school. It's gonna drop again. It's just a tough spot to fish for them at, but we're gonna make it work. That last one I had got me on the way down. Let's see if we get one this time. I have a feeling I will. Should already have one. Yep, he's already on it. It's a good one. Wonder if it's a drum or a sheepshead. Looks like a nice sheepshead. Oh yeah. Yeah! It's a big one. Come get in there. Come get in there. You see that corner post? Just go drop there. Doesn't matter, just get to the bottom. You're gonna have to go, you might wanna use your other rod just so you can use a heavier head. You can try that for one drop. Both my drops, the first one got it on the way down, that one I had to wait about 3 seconds when it hit bottom. Check that thing out, Lot. It's a nice one. That one is 22 inches. That's a nice one. Let me see if they moved on you or something. Yeah, it's still the same spot. Holding. The sweeper? Yeah. I've got mine. You can have one of mine in a minute. Oh crap. Oh, I just got smoked right there. Oh, I just missed one right there behind you. You want one of my jigs? Ooh, I got to retie too. All right, I bumped up to some 40-pound leader because the fish seem to be biting pretty well, and I want to see if I can put something on here that I can get them out of the bridge with, so we don't have a similar occurrence to last time I was out here. But yeah, gonna trim that tag in and get it down there. Wow. Yeah, they're cleaning me out pretty bad. But yeah, I mean, I got a lot of bait. As long as we're getting a couple like this, we should keep fishing. You know? Like this or better. It looked nice to me. This one is still a pretty good one.
Go get in the hole.
Yep, 17-incher. That one wasn't coming off. Was not coming off of that jawbreaker at all. Nice. That's what you like to see. Fish that are committing. I like fish that commit. Trust that he's hooked well. Hook him in the ice. Dang. Look at that big boy in there. Who caught that? Who caught that one? Woo! Yeah, he wasn't going anywhere. Ooh. Nice one? Yep. 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 Not nice. Hook's funny. Oh, he was wrapped up. He get you on the fall? What do you think, Wyatt? Ooh. Yeah. Brake wall is pretty effective though, thankfully. We'll keep this one. I got to take a bunch of people fish for Thanksgiving, so that's not a bad one to keep. 15-incher. I'll take them. Little one. Ah. Small. I tell you what though, it's a whole battle when you don't fight them from 3 feet.
Yeah.
I'm pretty surprised I got that one. No, he just got real mad when I got him up. He's about to come off. I mean, he's nice enough. If he stays on, I might take him. He's probably gonna come off right here. Nope, his unlucky day. I'm telling you, man, on bottom. Just let it roll all the way. Let me see your jig head. What size you got? Let me give you a heavy one. Here, hand me your little. Hand me them.
My ammunition.
Them 1550s.
1560s.
1560s. Got to admit, these got to be some of the finest baits you've seen. Yeah. The big ones you can make 2 baits out of. All right, let's see if we can get back in here. This little zone. I can get down there. Oh, one's got me on the way down. Oh my. Get out of there. You sucker. You freaking sucker. God. He was already around it. Not much I could do. That's why I changed to that 40, but it didn't make a damn difference. That's frustrating. It might not even been my fault. He was just already around the stuff when I set the hook. I gotta retie now. Going back in to where I got smoked. See if I get smoked again. I did not make it very far down last time. At least I don't think that I did. Oh gosh. Aggressive one there. He was in something. Not a big one. That's going to be most of our bait stealing issues right there. You can look at it in a minute. I already cut it off. I just use it to like mark them and know they're there.
All of them?
There was a lot. They didn't look that big, but it's hard to say. And they might have not been, it might have been something else. We'll find out. Oh, I got one. On the way down, smoked me. I got a small one. Yeah, between the waves and whatnot, they make you work for it. Is he on you? He's not that little, is he? He's that little. Ah, yes. Try to get one to the bottom. See if they'll let me make it there. A lot of time they like to catch it as it's ripping past them. All right, on bottom. Hopefully I still have bait. Something's biting me. Does not feel good. Does not feel like a good bite. That's a good bite. I think. He's not that big, but he's nice. Oh, is this a toadfish? Is this a big toadfish? No, it's a decent sheep. It's a decent one. Take that one. Yeah, he's probably 16. Probably. Dang, he's so good. Let's try right here. See if we get one. Why it is tight. I'm about to be tight as well. Oh, I just pulled off a good one. Yeah. Nobody coming, right? Go in the old packing way. Oh crap. Is this a huge toadfish? Oh, he was hooked in under the gill, dude. I set the hook so hard my line cut into his gill plate. Oh, I thought that was him, man. It was a soft bite, so I thought it was gonna be like a black drum maybe. This water is beautiful, man. Doing battle. Ah, he's just hooked funny. It's not a bad one. Missing part of his gill plate. Oh, dude, why are they all that size for you? I'm like, guys, like it's not very hard. I know, one nice one. Yep. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. He's, yeah, 15 and a half, 16, somewhere in there. Okay. It's just getting more and more fun to move them to the cooler. Oh, ice spill. Only a matter of time. Something pretty big down there under me. Let's see if it bites. Small. Here, I don't think. Not a good one, but it's one. They bit in a tough spot. Pretty unique spot to catch a fish in. About a 13-incher. Pull him back. on a good one over there, I think. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good stuff right there. Up drifting for him like a flounder. That's pretty wild. Measure this one. I don't know if we're gonna keep him or not. I don't know. Been catching some nice ones, so this isn't a bad fish. If we're gonna keep him there, let's not go under the bridge. Check him. I might end my day on this fish. Nah, he's only 14, so we're gonna turn him loose, but we got some nice ones today. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it on that one for sheepshead fishing. So I'm about out of bait, and it's getting pretty challenging to sheepshead fish anyway. I got to fish plenty when the bite was really good and the conditions were a little more conducive to doing it. And now that things are a little less than ideal, I'm gonna rig up a bottom rig with some fish bites and see if I can find some puffer fish. So if the video keeps going after right now, it means I caught some puffer fish. If not, that means that was the end of it. If this is the end of the video, I hope you enjoyed. I will link this setup down in the description. I will also link these jigs if you want to check them out. And yeah, Wyatt and I both got a good bit of sheepshead today. Didn't really lose too many. Bite was really steady. We pretty much ran out of bait, which that's a good thing. Usually when the bite's good, your limiting factor is your bait, not the fish themselves. But anyway, I'm gonna try to get after some puffers, and if you get to see that, congrats. If not, I'll find them at some point. You'll notice I'm in a different kayak today. I'm in a Hobie Outback that I recently got. No electronics or trolling motor on that. That is probably gonna change, at least the electronics part, but it's a much simpler kayak than the Pro Angler. Good for different stuff, and just really easy for me to launch this one quickly and come out here and do some fishing with not as much effort. Yeah, no electronics, makes things kind of nice. Truly a mystery. Anyway, about to drop something down. All right, first victim of the day. It's a 3/4 ounce jawbreaker jig I have here. And a nice mud crab. Not dealing with a ton of tide yet, so I don't know how this is gonna go, but we will see. Fairly easy fishing. Alright, I'm on bottom there. I'm probably gonna have to tuck it in a little closer to the piling. All right, on bottom. Yep. Not a very big one. Not a bad one though. Not a bad one. Ooh, he's not hooked the best. Ah, got him anyway. All right, not a bad one. Second drop. Fishing is pretty good this time of year. Met a gentleman over at the launch who said he wouldn't mind taking a couple sheepshead. I think he said he watches some videos, so I'm gonna save a couple for him and run those over shortly. Get this fish bled real quick. That should do it. Grab another mud crab here. Also, I'm fishing 30-pound test fluorocarbon leader. It's a nice happy medium of having some line that's still pretty challenging for them to see. It's not too big, but also you do get a little bit of abrasion resistance if you get around the bridge. There's a bite. There's a bite. Must not be big ones. We'll try one more drop and then we gotta keep moving to find a better sized fish. Drop back in here maybe. Didn't make it to the bottom. Oh yeah, there's a good bite. Feels like a good bite. Small one. Probably put this one back. I think I can get a little better quality for my buddy over there. There's one. Shouldn't have set the hook that early. Probably gonna be away from him now. Nope, he's back. Ah, that doesn't feel like a sheep's head. But it is. Small guy. Well, I had him hooked well. There we go. Small one. There's a bite, I think. Small. Not good. Not good. Not the guy we want to see. There's a bite. Not a good bite. It is a bite. Try right here. There's a bite. These are small fish. Not small. Oh, dang it. I didn't set the hook hard enough. That was my fault. Dang it. Alright, moved to yet another set of columns to see if I can get away from these little fish, because I'm going to run out of bait at this rate. I got a decent amount with me, but those little ones will really make you run out of bait fast. I'm going to try to drift into here and drop this right behind this column so that it hopefully makes its way down there in the eddy. Have a bite. Oh, nice fish. Yep, there we go. Take that one. Yeah, changing to that spinning rod has made this a lot more fun. Because a fish like that, I mean, that's probably a 16-inch fish. He becomes a lot more fun on a spinning rod, a lighter spinning rod. If anybody wants to come after me, there's an entire state that fishes for fish that you have to use a medium light in order to make them pull hard enough to enjoy. This one was not coming off, I know that. I think I'm gonna need my pliers to get this jig back. I can still smell the ballistol coming off of them, but I did bring these pliers back to life. Yeah, this fish was never coming off, ever. Wow. Just don't want to bend my hook up. You won't bend these hooks on a fish actually catching them, but if you do something stupid trying to unhook it, see I bent it a little bit right there, so I'll have to fix that. But rip the gills, and there we go. We need one more and I will take a trip back to see my friend. So yeah, you've heard me talk about how I don't bend these. The only time I bend them is doing something stupid like trying to unhook a fish, like I just was. I was kind of in a awkward spot, leaning all around the back of the kayak and whatnot. But I'm just gonna straighten that up, and I should be good to catch several more fish. Typically, especially fishing around the bridges, I break the jig off before I ever end up doing anything to that hook that would compromise it. But yeah, gonna get it back in the water. It is depressing how quickly you can burn through the baits when the bite is good. I mean, you can burn through some mud crabs when it's good. And it's good right now. On bottom, getting a bite. It feels decent. Not that decent. Nah, we'll try for a little bigger one. You want a little bigger than that. to take that guy. That's a good one. Oh yeah. I think that'll do it. Take this one over, and then I will be catch and release for the rest of the day. It's another decent one, about probably 16 inches or so. Pretty fish. Got him right in the nose. All right, like I said, I ran into an older gentleman this morning when I was putting in, and he just, you know, was asking how the fishing had been, whatnot. And I asked him if he wanted a few sheepshead. I didn't know how long he was planning on fishing for from the bank, but he said he'd be there for a couple hours, and I'm not fishing that far from a launch. So I'm gonna run back over there and drop off a few fish, hopefully make his day, and then I'm gonna get back to it. All right, took him some fish, and now I'm gonna get back to hopefully catching some more. Nice fish. Well, he felt really nice at first. He's getting smaller now. I thought he was nice. He's just decent. It's not a bad one. Not a bad one. It's a nice one. Biggest one of the day thus far. Wow, he's hooked well too. This dude is hooked very well. Hooked in the bottom jaw, kind of unusual. He needs to quit clamping shut. If he would quit doing that, I could get him unhooked. There we go. Same jig still that I've been using. Let's see how long he is. Yep, 16 and a half. So that means those other ones were probably 15 and a half, 16. I don't know. Maybe they were this size. There he goes. Okay, gonna drop this really pretty mud crab that you may recognize from the thumbnail, or at least that's what I tried to use for the thumbnail. At this point, I don't know if that's what's gonna make it or not, but he's really brightly colored, so hopefully somebody clicked on it. I bet a fish will eat him just the same. Yep, there's a bite. Feels like a good bite too. Yeah, decent. Yeah, definitely decent. Not a great big one. What do we got? Oh yeah. Oh yes. Come on, tall. Yeah. That's exciting. The tog on the pretty crab. Nice. Well, I thought that was going to be a sheepshead. I was wrong. Got Mr. Tog. It's a pretty nice one too. I feel like for inshore, that's a pretty dang good tog right there. Old rubber lips. Heck yeah. Yeah, he wanted that pretty crab. That's what he wanted. That's funny. About time I got one of these things. And that will be my dinner tonight. This is the biggest tog I've caught in a while, because down here in the Carolinas, they don't get very big. Well, I normally fish in the summertime because I haven't lived here until now. I'm gonna leave this jig in his lip, but yeah, 15 and a half. It's a good one. I'd like to see that. See if I can turn it this way so you can see his colors. Very pretty colors on that fish. They're a neat creature. I feel like 15 inches might be the keeper size in a lot of your northern states, but I don't know that for sure. All right. I think one side will be plenty for this fish. Okay, back in business. I don't have any more pretty crabs, but I do have several more crabs. Hope I can catch a couple tog today. That would be really cool, but I have a feeling that may be the one and only for today. I think there are, even if there are a decent number of tog around right now, I think there's just so many small sheepshead and just sheepshead in general that I will probably have a hard time getting my bait in front of anything that is not a sheepshead. I don't even remember. I think I dropped right off the back for that, but I honestly don't quite remember. I was either off the back or off the corner, one of the two. That's more like it. That's more along the lines of what I'm expecting to catch, but weed through those and get a few cool fish every now and again. This might be a toadfish. Oh yeah. Been a while since I've caught one of them. Been a while. Not a fan of these things. Overall, just not a cool creature. They're right there with cormorants. Toadfish and cormorants, I feel very similar about them. There we go. Yeah, these slightly larger than average mud crabs definitely help with getting a quality bite here. I think that the little ones, it's a combination of probably them being intimidated by a bigger bait and not going for it, and the fact that that shell is a little harder for them to crunch into. Also, if there's a bigger fish around and he sees that big meal, he will probably bully his way to it in order to get it before the small fish do. There's just no way I'm on bottom right now. Small fish biting me. Maybe. Nope, 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 nope. Not small, not small, not small, not small. Just gotta put the screws to him, unfortunately. Oh crap. Yeah, that's a good one. Woo! Got him up. Whew. I thought that was a small fish. I hope he didn't just put a hole in my waders. Would not be very kind of him. That's gonna be sheepshead of the day right there. That's a pretty good one. Pretty fish. I don't think I was on the bottom. I was wiggling my bait around a lot, trying to get it down to the bottom. Just get this dude unhooked and released. See how long he is real quick. Almost 18 inches. Nice fish. I'm gonna send him back. That's it for this one. Here I am cleaning that tog. He was a very tasty meal for me that night. Hope you enjoyed the video. I have all of the gear and equipment that I used linked down in the description. Make sure you check that out if you are interested in purchasing some of that. It will directly support my channel, so I appreciate if you give some of that stuff a look. And until the next one, hope you enjoyed some bridge fishing. The next few videos will probably be a little less heavy on the bridge stuff. I've got some other stuff that I've been able to do, but had to take advantage of that good bridge fishing while it was going on. I don't know what I have. It's not a sheepshead. I might lose it. It's pretty big. You're gonna hit the bridge. Don't worry about it. You're gonna hit the bridge a lot. I got a nice one. Nicer. Probably keep that one. What do you think? Yeah, he's good enough. 16 or so. Almost 15 and a half. Pretty good one. See if I can get this fish in here. small one. And sometimes you'll realize you're just feeding small ones. Like if the bite never gets soft and mushy, if all that happens is you're feeling pecking, you gotta move. Crank, 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 crank. All right, you got your, you're on your leader, you're on your leader. Pull some line out. He's hooked good, I think. Oh. Nice.
Scrubby.
You got it.
That's what a bite felt like. I've been feeling that all morning, bro.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah, can I keep this one? Just
Yeah. Yeah. That's not a bad size to keep. That's about like the one I have. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Good enough. So they can be like 3 inches smaller than that and they're legal.
All right.
But you don't want to keep them that small. That right there is probably about good keeping size. That's like probably on the smaller side of what we'll take. All right. I may try upping us to some ounce jig heads instead of 3/4. I don't know if that'll help. It may. These might be small ones. But sometimes if you fish through the small ones, it like attracts the attention of a big one because they see them feeding and they'll come over there and get it.
There ain't no fish on there.
Yeah, that right there is a bait stealing menace. Sorry. I could go fish somewhere else, but it's way more fun to hang out. Us being beside each other doesn't hurt anything, but it is pretty technical fishing, I guess. I just forget that. No. Just another one. All right. We're gonna switch to a little heavier jig. We've been using a 3/4 and we're gonna try a 1 ounce jig. See how that does. big crab honk. There he is. That's gonna be a better fish there, I think. Oh yeah, nice one, nice one. He's not hooked real well. I just got our best one. I think switching to that ounce jig head is gonna help a lot. Definitely slow right now. I don't really know why. I don't know if this water being dirtier, they can't see it from as far down there. I don't know what I have. It's not a sheepshead. I might lose it. It's pretty big. I'm probably gonna lose it. It's probably a black drum. Nope. It's a big fish. Yeah, big black drum. I got him though. Oh gosh. Whew. That is the worst spot to hook fish in, but they do really like living in there. It's a shame I was only recording on my one camera, but hopefully that'll get enough of the nonsense. You want to see the big ugly? Oh, no, I don't think so. That's a nice one. Got him on the jig. That fish is almost 25 inches. Pretty nice. We're gonna get him back though. That's a nice fish. No. Just another one. All right.
Mike can put spot on it right now. Both sides.
Yep. Pulled him off. That right there is what you're missing. Black drum? Bit like a black drum. Oh no, nice sheepshead. Nice sheepshead. Bit so soft. I feel like he might have. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Whew. Slow day. Slow day. But you'll have that. You will have that. He didn't pull very hard either. It's definitely my best one of the day. Come on. Dang, probably just oyster shells.
What?
I said probably oyster shells got you. That just happens. Part of it. What? Yeah, but I'm saying oyster shells hit your line when you set the hook. It happens all the time. He is, I'm guessing 17. Yep, 17 and a half. Nice one. Gonna go in the cooler. Let's see if I can get a bait back to that spot. Gonna be a challenging one, but had a bite right there that I want to get back to. Felt decent. All right, we're on bottom. I think right where we need to be too. Snagged, bouncing it, getting right in there where we had the bite. Right there is where it was. Yep, there he is. Not feeling like a great bite. Nicer one again. Oh yeah. That'll work. Nice. I'm trying to get my buddy some fish. And it has been going slowly. So this one will be plenty big enough. They're biting pretty funny today. Just happy to be picking off a few. Get a quick length on this fish so folks know what size fish I'm keeping. That fish is like 14 and a half. Again, not a great big one, but here with my friend who came into town to do some sheepshead fishing and he wants to take some home. 14 inches is plenty big enough to keep. And him and I are gonna try to catch some sheepshead and then go red fishing later this afternoon, so can't be but so picky if we have a schedule to stay on. Small ones. It's a nice one. No, you're good. Bro, that was crazy. He hit my kayak so hard. What do you say? I'm gonna be keeping this one as well. He's a little bigger than that last one. Yeah, 16 by that long filament. I think we got a small one. Yeah. What do we think? Nah, we don't need to keep that one. He's a little on the small side. There's the bite. Picked it up. Got it. Small fish. Down to my last bait. These two micro crabs. I think we should go soon. Cause like the tide is really, really important for that redfish spot I want to hit. Sorry to take you away from them. Trying to cram it all into one day. So there's a bay and then there's a little tiny creek that's kind of windy that leads to another bay, and at low tide they can't get in there and they want to get to that back bay, and so they'll stage up and they're like waiting to go in. What you're about to see is some bottom fishing in the famous Port Wall area, infamous Guggen Central area. I haven't spent a ton of time fishing it just because there's so many boats around, but now that we're getting into the fall, there's a little less boat traffic, a little safer for me to be around and a little less of a headache. Bite was really good. I hope you enjoy. So getting things started, you're gonna see I'm watching this forward sonar unit. I've got it on my kayak because this was primarily a bass fishing kayak originally. I do really like it for fishing structure, for sheepshead in particular. You can very quickly narrow down the depth that the fish are holding at. Typically, sheepshead have a certain zone that they'll be at, and a lot of the times it is not on the bottom. Honestly, I'm not that good, especially in the current and whatnot, to keep an eye on my bait, but I can look at a spot, see, okay, there's a school, there's 2 or 3 fish sitting at 10 feet. I'm going to fish around 10 feet. That's kind of what I use it for. Also, it's not that enjoyable if you're sitting there watching every little thing happen on it. Once I figure things out, I try to look at it a little less, and you'll notice that later on in the video, I actually end up turning it off for some of the fishing. So anyway, getting started here on this bridge. There's a lot of structure in that port wall area to explore, so I'm just looking around. One. Thought I saw a bigger one on there, but there he is. Not recording, but we are recording up there. But it was him. Got another one. Not a very big one. That would be a legal sized sheepshead if I was keeping fish this size. We got one. Down on the bottom. When it was hot, we weren't catching any on the bottom, but maybe now that it's cooled off, they've switched, because it was top 10 feet of the water column every time since I've been here. All right, let's see if we get him this time. There's a lot of growth on these columns. I guess it's mostly oysters. It actually makes it pretty difficult to keep that bait down in behind the column in the eddy where those fish live and where it doesn't sweep your bait away from the piling. There's a lot of pilings you can't even really fish if the tide's moving decent because you just can't get the bait close to it because there's big clumps of growth everywhere. They're on this one too. Try to go deep on them. A little better one. We'll take that one. There's a lot of them here. If they're this size, I'll take it. Had to drop down underneath to get under the smaller ones. He's probably 15 inches, 14, 15. I don't know. We'll check. I haven't caught them in a while, so I'm probably big eyeing them. No, he's 14. That might have been too far to the side, but there's number 1 for the box. Number 3 on the day. go back to the same spot here. Try to get one down there. There's a lot of them here. I'm gonna try to go down deeper, but it seems like there's definitely some small ones up shallow. All right, I think I'm deep enough to maybe be past the small fish. Wait and see. I'm sure one's gonna find me. I think they're on me. Can't really tell. Yeah, there we go. Small fish, small fish. Ah, I got a small one. I don't even think it's a sheepshead. Sea bass. Alright, we gotta move. Too small, too small. Maybe some fish down on the bottom here. This is going to be challenging, very challenging to fish. I thought that since these pilings go down at an angle, it was going to be challenging to fish here. I was wrong, but typically since you can't keep a bait up against a piling that goes off to the side, it's hard to fish and it's easier to get hung up on them. But anyway, it wasn't hard to fish. There was good fishing here. Toadfish? I don't know. You can keep this. Didn't bite very hard. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. There we go. Just got that one. He's probably 15. I'd give him 15, maybe even 16. Let's find out. Let's find out because it is a video. So people like to. Oh, it wasn't that big. Oh, he's 15 and a half with the jig, so he's at least 15. And I'm going to put him in my net. See the old jawbreaker in there. Barnacle color, clear water. And these poor sheepshead here get fished for a good bit, so it doesn't hurt. 25-pound leader. Leader feels all right. Surprisingly. There's a good little group of fish on the bottom here. I don't know what they are. Where are they at? They're over here. They're right here. Right here. Let's see if we can get them. Alright, I see the jig going down. It's in the zone. It's in the zone. Wonder if they'll pick it up off the bottom. Yeah, they will. Oh, felt that one. Yeah, these are going to be some catchable sized sheepshead, I believe. Hopefully, because my bait to fish ratio is very poor right now. This is a tiny crab and it's soft. I'm just hoping to get lucky. Hopefully one of these will grab it and not a sea bass. We'll find out. Something's sitting on it. I believe that was a sheep. A lot of the crabs I got are soft, which is not good at all. See if I can hook him this time. It's a nicer fish. Stay off the stuff, buddy. Stay off the stuff. Black drum. That'll work, that'll work. Little mixed bag going here. Nice. I'll take that. There's a good bite. They're not dumb, and they're not great big ones, because if they were either of those things, I'd be landing them. My crabs are so soft. Looks like some fish. Got somebody up high. See if he'll come grab it. I don't think I'm in the right spot for that fish, but oh yeah, we should get a bite here. It is a good bit deeper here. Smaller one there. He's not terrible. And he ate it and just started swimming up. I couldn't hardly feel him on there. May let this one go. I think we kept, that first one may have been like this. I don't know. I think he's probably smaller than that. Yeah, he's only 13. That first one we kept was 14. Sort of put him back. Very, very, very legal, but not quite what I want today. At this point, I really don't even need the forward sonar, but just trying to learn this area a little bit, learn what everything looks like. So when you're catching a certain type of fish and you see a certain type of marks, you can associate that with, in the future, when you see something like that. Not on the pilings. I think I just saw one swimming towards it. Might have to let it sit on the bottom here and have them pick it up. Got him too. Gotta make probably gonna take that one. He's a little bigger, another 14-incher. Yeah, he's probably 15 inches actually. Check him real quick. Yep, 15 inches. We will take that one as well. Ooh, what are those? What are those creatures under me? I'm gonna drop into them. There's Sheepshead. Oh yeah, nice shrimp. Let's see if we can drop this shrimp down and catch some. Lost my bait anyway. What happens if you take an injured shrimp, I guess we'll hook him right here. I don't know where you're supposed to hook a shrimp. He's not gonna last long. I don't know that something good is gonna bite him. Something's gonna bite him. Ooh, good bite. Felt like a good bite. I think we're out of bait. Well, that was a good attempt. Let's try here. If the current allows us to safely fish here. Oh goodness. And we got a boat coming. Big boat. Sea tow. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We got a school of fish here. This won't take long. Big wad of creatures. Wow. Hopefully I can get it up once I hook one, because I will be hooking one here. I got a good bait. There he goes. There he goes. Ah, crap. Hand slipped off the reel. It's a good one. Stay in the boat, baby. Stay in the boat. It's gonna be our best one of the day right there. Probably time for me to retie. Feels all right. Jig's still sharp. Get this guy on ice. Let's see how long this one is. He is, come on fish. Not gonna take him out of the net, but that looks like he's gonna be, yeah, he's 16 and a quarter. Best one of the day. Not a great big one, but I'll take him. Okay, gonna get back in here. See if I can snatch another one. Wish I had more bait. Really wish I had some more bait. Should have brought my fiddler crabs. Have some at home. Didn't think that one through. Not good when you're missing them and you're running low on bait. There he is. He had me in the stuff. He's not very big, I don't think. Nope, gonna let that one go. He had me in the stuff for sure though. Not quite big enough. something big. Oh, redfish. Wow. That's cool. Whew. Old redfish ate my crab. That's pretty neat. I think there might be a bunch of them down there. He scared me. I thought I had a nice black drum or a nice sheepshead. But that's cool too. Let's see how big he is. He is 24. That'll work. That'll work. There he goes. Take it. That one will do. He's on the small side, but he's still probably 14 inches. Yep, almost 14 and a half. Couldn't even make it to the bottom on that one. Small one. Big toadfish. Dang it. Oh, I knew what you were. No good, no good. Can't make it through a day dropping crabs without him. Just chewing on it. Awesome. I think I had 3 really large mud crabs that I left in my truck because they were so big I didn't want them in my bait bucket to pinch me, but once I ran out of bait, I decided to run back over to my truck and grab those and cut them in half. My original plan was to freeze them and save them for bait this winter, but I needed them more badly on this day than I will need them later this winter. Dang it. Dang it. Come out of there. Dang it. I can't believe this fluorocarbon's still holding. Gotta be a redfish. That's crazy that held for that long. Calling it a day. I think I caught probably a dozen sheepshead, that one black drum, the one red drum. Kept a handful. I got a friend that's in town and I'm gonna give those fish to him. I know that he will appreciate them. Also had that one big bridge dweller get the best of me. Unsurprisingly, I was fishing pretty light stuff and he just got his head turned and there was nothing I could do. But hopefully in the future I will figure this place out a little bit more and be able to target those big fish a little more effectively. Oh.
Get the net, Owen. Owen, net.
Yep.
Net, Owen. Net.
The video you're about to see is a day of sheepshead fishing we did here in Morehead City in the Morehead, Beaufort area. My brother has a John boat and we took that out. It has a little 25 horse tiller on it. We also have a trolling motor, which was really nice. With the sheepshead fishing, you'll notice with what we're doing, we got to get really tight in against the bridge, and being able to bump up against stuff and not worry about it because it's a John boat is really nice. not really an option you have in most boats, especially with how tight the quarters are in this place we were fishing at. We were using mud crabs for bait, pretty standard. Down here, the trash fish, being pinfish and sea bass, are really prevalent in all the places you catch sheepshead. So we definitely have to use a bait that will get past those so that you're able to fish for a little while and get a bait in front of a sheepshead. And everything we caught, we were just using a sheepshead jig. I think for the most part, the bait of the day was the 3/8 ounce brown sheepshead jig with a pretty small hook. The average size was pretty small on these fish we were catching, but it's still kind of in that late summer time frame, I think, for these fish. I think things are going to pick up once the water starts to cool off a little bit. It's just not quite happening yet, but I'm ready for it. There were 3 of us fishing, myself, my brother Wyatt, and our buddy Owen, and we got into them pretty good and did connect on one very sizable one, so you'll have to stick around for that. I think it's going to be later in the video. Anyway, hope you enjoy.
Dang, little Washington.
I'm gonna work that bottom. What? I'm going down to the bottom of that water column.
Brown or purple?
How deep is it, you said?
10.1. I think I got the trash bite. Maybe not.
There he is. Yeah, it's a good fish. Okay. Oh, damn.
That was a good one. I saw that.
Dang.
All right, dude. He's eating it. That's way hard. Sweet. Yep. He's in the rock. Get out of there. They're tiny. Sweet.
You got him. He ain't much. He is something.
Nice. No, she's not in side scan anymore. She's up down.
Where's another one?
I forgot about it. It feels like a toad.
Oh yeah, it does look like a toadfish.
A big one though.
Not good. Not good for the brand.
What are you singing over there? Oh!
Another one.
I hit him good.
You hit him?
Yeah.
Like when you yanked it, your jig head hit him?
Yeah, like I probably rolled it. Watch out, I gotta get back on that fish.
Oftentimes when you're sheepshead fishing, if you miss one, if you don't sting him too hard, or even sometimes if you do, if you drop right back down to that fish, it'll bite again. That's what Wyatt's doing here. We think since they crunch on barnacles for a living, it doesn't bother them when something stings them.
Yeah.
See that bite, Owen?
But I got it right now.
Look at this.
Why is he so angry?
He's just going nuts.
Hell yeah, why?
From the seated position, boys. Oh, yes.
Even though this water is very brown, as you can see, Wyatt was fishing a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader and I was fishing 30, and for some reason he was getting a lot more bites than me. Maybe since we were fishing pretty shallow, these fish could still see somewhat well. I don't know. It was surprising to me, but I made the switch, and whether that was it or not, I did start catching some fish after that.
I just told you. He did not get to turn his head.
Nope. That was about like catching a crappie off a bed.
Yeah.
That's about how that goes.
I can put it in
Got him? Net. Here, I'll take it. Oh, it doesn't matter. We're taking that one since we already got some. Oh, it's definitely legal, but he's just on the small side. Yep. Mmm.
That's a hard fish to hook right there.
Yeah. That was a good bite. See if I can get on him this time. If my brother doesn't run me to the next bridge, I'll get him. That big. What do you think? The state of North Carolina, who thinks we can't keep flounder, says this is 2 inches above legal. So, let it go.
Thank you. Heck, we can keep the cart.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's.
Oh, is that a fish?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get that noise.
I'm getting it.
Oh! Roper!
He's been caught before too. Look at him. Poor guy.
That's so sick.
Trophy gag. Is that the John's largest gag?
That is probably the largest John of the gag.
John of the gag. I'll look back there.
Rod was going, son. Rod was going.
Dude, that's a decent gag.
I miss one time.
Yeah, it was nice. Got us one. What do we think, Wyatt? Probably go back? 10 to the fork. That one's like 13 inches.
Yeah.
We're keeping them. We're keeping them.
Yeah, if you have 2 16-inchers and you catch 2 14-inchers,
Right. Then it's different.
There he was. There he was.
But I'm not going to keep a 14-incher to start.
Correct.
But if I can get a 17, then I'll.
Correct. It's all relative. It's all relative. Oh.
Yeah.
No, you don't have
Mostly topwater bites, you said?
Yeah, definitely top water bites.
Okay, boys. Let's get some more convict fish. Oh, convict. Ah, don't hurt me.
On top, too.
Oh, yeah. Here, I'll deal with him. You drive the boat back over there.
How about that bite?
Miner is mugging them.
Oh, net. I'll get the net ready. Yep. Dealing them.
You want to run the boat?
What?
I said, do you want to run the boat for a little bit?
Yeah, I can try,
Get
yeah.
on some. Less mobile, so it makes it more exciting.
There you go.
Put him in there.
Lord have mercy.
Captain's always just a fight. There you go.
That's
Better.
Yeah, it's a better
a
one.
little better than the ones last week.
He's a hair better.
They don't get to fight.
No. That jig does get him too. Wow, he's not coming off. Net. I don't know where the net's at. Oh yeah. Nice. That's the best of the day, unfortunately. That 20-pound leader, man. It's crazy that that's making a difference in the brown waters. Oh!
Did you make contact?
I did make contact. Oh yeah! Oh son! Get him! Oh, he's too small.
Oh, that was awesome.
Nice. Yeah, I hear you. This is gonna be a bad deal right here, buddy.
For me?
For me. I'm about to be not in a good way. He's on it again.
God.
Where am I supposed to set the hook to? Oh, I'm not. There's not a chance I get this fish.
I want a side scanner. Oh my gosh, what a tug.
Yeah, get out the way. Get the net. I got him.
Nice fish. Yeah. We're getting a little better fish in here.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah, they're getting after it a little bit now. Yeah, that one will work. Dude, this thing. Oh, good. I got him unhooked.
Yeah. Get the net, Owen.
Owen net. Come on, oh my god.
So hard.
Dude, it's a freaking big one. Dude. Well, he's back. Oh. Oh.
Shit. Get the net, Owen.
Owen net. Bless America. Come on, oh my god. Dude, it's a freaking big one. Come on, oh my god.
So hard.
Dude, it's a freaking big one.
Dude, I'm not.
Dude, whoa! Big! Dude, how big is that? That's like a 6-pounder, isn't it?
No, it's bigger than that.
Yeah!
Croaked him.
Dude, I was not ready for him to be that size. They've all been so small. Holy crap.
Oh, let me see.
Dude, he's fat too. Dang.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
One of those, man.
Oh man.
I saw your rod go there.
I was like, damn, son. That's a good one.
Oh, and that would be the biggest one you've ever seen?
Uh-huh. Yeah, buddy. Redemption. God. Dang, son. Yeah. There we go.
How big of a crab?
Small.
Good to know.
Dang, dude, that might be like an 8.
Yeah, I know. He's big. He's got a head.
Have you caught one that big here yet? Dude, you got a tape measure?
I got a bump board right back there.
Yeah, let's see how long
Got
this
a what?
thing is. Bump board. Let's see how long he is. Oh. Gosh dang, man. Watch out, just watch your feet.
Boy, he's racing.
That's a thick fish, dude.
Did he bend out your feet?
I don't think so. We'll find out. He is 22 inches. Hell yeah, boy. That's right. If you've ever looked at them, looking at them on sonar has taught me a lot, Wyatt. Usually there are a lot of fish when you're getting them. If you get a single, like if you get a single to bite on forward sonar, like if you see a single and catch him, he's usually so finicky because he's not competitive. When they're biting good, there's more, typically.
I would say that.
I found one sitting on a dock post and I let it sit in front of him for like 45 seconds before he bit it. Those ones in there were not very fired up. Oh yeah, nice school of pinfish following me up there. Uh-oh. Is that a sheephead? Yep. Get in here.
Too fast.
Yeah, that's a little something there too. Nice. Nice. All the bridges. Wow, yeah, thanks for that net, Owen. Look.
Nice.
About a 16-incher. No. About 8 or 10 feet probably. I believe so. Yeah. Nah, he ain't that big. Just please don't hurt me. You letting him go?
I don't know. What?
He asked if you were satisfied with the day.
Ready to wrap it up.
Yeah, right. I'd like to have my flounder, but
You like to have a flounder?
I'd like to have my flounder.
I know, dude.
Huh? See? Yeah, we'll go. Butterfly shrimp, you said? Yeah. We got fresh fried mullet. No, you're not a Carter County resident until you've eaten barbecue. Until you barbecue your own mullets.
Tomorrow should be a little more on brand. Just got done sheepshead fishing. I was using, it's a new setup I got from Penn. It's a 300 size squall. That's their inshore low profile reel. I've got 50-pound braid on that. 7-foot medium heavy battalion 2 inshore, obviously a casting rod. I really liked it. It's got a nice parabolic bend to it. Today was my first day using it on them, but I don't know if you can see that or not, but it bends all the way down to the handle. Pretty legit, and just a small sheepshead jig. I think it's a 3/8 of an ounce. I was using 20-pound test fluorocarbon leader. You'll see I started with 30. My brother was kicking my butt on 20 and I switched to 20. And it made a big difference. I was surprised because I was using 30-pound fluorocarbon. Water is pretty dirty. You would think it wouldn't make a difference, but it did. Anyway, that setup linked in the description.